And on we go. I don't want to give the mule any items. We need to go to Shrouded Hills anyway, so let's go there. It has identifier, and we can't sell them to there anyway. We have to go to a larger city to sell them. Okay. Okay. Sure, this won't end up badly. Money, healing items, dynamite. Take the fatigue restore. We might give them to Bollinger. Sewer rat. Nothing impressive. I'll play in turn-based mode because it's very... otherwise these are very chaotic. And only be in real-time mode if we don't have to do anything complicated during the fight. Or when I'm not in any kind of danger. Because I have to use spells to defend myself, and it's a bit tough. It's possible because we have the quick keys here, but the targeting is the bigger problem, because these guys move and you have to hit that circle or he refuses to do anything. Hey, a dead body. I thought this was supposed to be a wolf cave though, and not a rat cave. You suck. Money, bullets, lockpicks. Good lockpicks. Leather gloves. Do you have leather gloves, Mr. Bollinger? Yes, you have. So, what the hell am I carrying leather gloves? Away. Still not seeing any wolves here. Ah, there we are. Family of wolves. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Too bad they all have to die. Yeah, prioritize that one. The wolf cubs are not that dangerous. They might not have access to the wolf cub though. I mean the wolf. They should be slaughtered in a turn or two. Yeah, the damage they do is very weak. What's else the damage I do? Ah, it couldn't be helped. Could I try the necromancer spells on these? Cheat metal, rheumatic cure. No, no, no! Why did you disturb me? Ah, voice me, why? Yeah, there's probably very few dead actually yield any valuable information. Most of these seems like a waste of time. Yeah, think importance. Ah, so now we can go. Very minor dungeon. There is the dragon dungeon though, where the last known dragon is supposed to be living. Yeah, the little Bellerogrim. And there's the still water. I have it somewhere here. It's actually, yeah, it was mentioned in the telegram. Brother Joachim sent to Virgil that's where he has gone. Meet him there, or ask someone something. Blah 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 blah. Ah. Hopefully this is the end of this. Or otherwise he'll offer some jobs that are actually worthwhile. But that was quite a bit of work freeing Bessie like that, miss. Have you a moment? Yeah, I brought back your package. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. Someday you'll be able to look back and say that you helped the man who changed the course of human history. Fascinating. Perhaps you could share the secret with me. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, we can't do anything with him. Okay, what do we have? I think it's time to get rid of the dynamite. I think we should save the amulet. It might be, even if the king doesn't want it, it might be the prince if we may find him somewhere who wants it. Dynamite, while probably quite useful, we can destroy things without it. We don't have to rely on it. It's just weighing us down. Yeah, you don't want anything, do you? I don't want to buy your money. We have too many potions too, and they're all weight 10 stone, yeah. We'll have a couple of heal potions, but we'll sell most of them, same with the healing potions. Yeah, and the perfume. We'll have one Cathorn crystal. Same with the gems, we'll say one. One of each. But not with the jewelry, we'll sell all of them. I don't want to sell the bullets. If we get a good weapon for Bollinger, we'll give him the bullets, but we're not gonna give them to him now because he's a crappy weapon. Scroll of exiting. Great helm. Oh, what kind of helm do you have? Hat. Okay. He'll need some kind of an armor. What to do with the magical trap? What to do with these gears? Weigh anything? I have no idea what to do with some of these things. Select. This is a bad guy to sell things to. Magnus's bracelet. 6 coins. I'm not gonna sell it. I know there are coins. I'll sell those. Speed rings. We might not get the best prices with this guy. Yeah, I'm getting rid of the Molochian hand amulet. Yeah, take the dynamite. Take it all. Fire flash. Yeah, take it. Okay, where's the wise woman? So you stopped moving. That's wonderful. No, 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 no. Move here. Come on. That's it. Identify something for me. Mystical plate mail. Nice armor class, all resistances +1. The only negative side is weight is 1000. That's a bit too much. Nature's Wrath. Damage resistance plus 20%, critical entangle. Oh. Oh. Okay, there were other items. Magic Ring. Poison resistance, fire resistance, electric resistance, magic resistance. Okay. We got ourselves a new ring. The helmet is worse. The plate mail is something we can't really use. And the armor class on it isn't that amazing anyway, so if someone is willing to take it, we'll get rid of it. Shadowing robes. Nothing amazing. Yep, nothing of real interest. Ah, that's a little bit of disappointment. You don't want anything, do you? Ah. We'll have to go by way of Charan. Sell all the crap away that's slowing us down. It's not slowing us down too heavily now, so that's why I'm not gonna distribute the weight. But we're not. We have to get rid of it before we move on to our next area. Although I'm inclined to visit the dragon first, dragon lair, or even trying to go there, and I'm absolutely certain there's a city somewhere here. First, Charan. No. Level 5, level 5, level 20, they're coming to kill me. Which is nice. You unlocking cantrip. Go over. Kill him. He's the only really dangerous one. Yeah, Jesus Christ, the dog is dangerous. Money. We don't really. I was hoping someone with leather armor. We could have given a volunteer that. An identified group. That's interesting. I think we'll go back to Shrouded Hills to identify it. Because again, if we do this in Terran, we need to run to the other side of the entire map to get it identified. And once we identified one of these items, if we get similar drops from such encounters in the future, we immediately know what kind of robe it is. Actually, it might be a good item for me. I have a terrible armor too. Shadowing robe. I think it is better. 6, 10, 3, 5, 7, 3. It isn't. That's a shame. That really is a shame. Do I have to do this every time? Hmm. I'm thinking of if I find an armor at this point. We'll have to go to Ashbury too at some point though. We haven't visited the shops there, so they might have better armors. I'm just worried that the armor is very heavy and noisy. I don't want plate mail or something like that. I can't afford to carry it. So it doesn't really matter what it is as long as it's light. The plan is to let everyone else do the fighting. No, nothing dangerous. The enemies here are quite weak. There's no need to use the turn-based mode. Just on the off chance it's a serious encounter, I like to keep it on. Okay. Might want to visit these areas now though. We have the capability of surviving them, I think. I would not enter the boil if I were you, madame. Why not? This is the boil in there. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. I would not expect someone of your inexperience to last more than a few moments in there. I see, I will take my chances, thank you very much. You're my guest, but no one's out here will heed your cries for help as you lay dying. Yeah, that didn't last long. This is more of a, I think, a test fight. So if you can't take this, yeah, just go away. Hey. Should I run or should I heal? Do a bit of both. Bit. Yeah. Back at the demon, that'll work for you. But dangerous fights. Even they were badly armed and armored. But at this level, they're very dangerous. Why doesn't it's wrong size. Has to be small for him. Because he's a huge small little man. What I'm doing here is on SD, try to see if I can get some shops quest or companions. Trading. It's a chunk chunk trader even. The prices here are terrible. What do you want there, lass? He gives you an appraising gaze. Have few questions if you don't mind. He looks at you and smirks. As a matter of fact, I do mind, girl. You got any idea who you're messing with in here? Being as weak and scrawny as you are, I'm surprised someone ain't already made you into a blood puddle. Hmm. Yes, I know I'm weak. Please, just a few moments of your time. Haha, you hear that, boys? Poor lass knows she's weak. You know what happens to women like you in the boil. You wouldn't even want me to tell you. Get the hell out of here before someone carries you out. Don't believe you've got the stones to face me, fool. Man's eyes flare, then he almost smiles. Perhaps you might have just a little sand in you, lass. The boy will teach you right quick as to just how much. I'll give you some free advice. Don't be saying words you don't mean, and don't back down to no one, unless of course you run into Pollock. Thanks for the advice. Could I ask a few more questions? I don't see why not. Make it quick, though. How does someone go about getting work around here? Well, a woman like you has got to be careful about who she works for here in the Boil. For example, let's say you were to take a job with the clan Maug. Well, me and my mates, being part of Pollock's gang, wouldn't take too kindly to that. You understand my meaning, lass? Yeah, you got to be real careful. And if I wanted to join Pollock's gang, you might just be smarter than you look. You want to work for Pollock? Then I recommend you go and talk to Miranda Tears. She's a rough-looking lass that's standing up there at the bar. You just tell her we send you over, and she'll decide if you're worth wasting any time on. Okay, what is this pub here we're in? This here pub is called Caleb's Malloy's. It's the best place in the boil to get yourself a drink and find out what's new on the street. There's a lot of Clan Maug in here too, but Malloy's is no man's land. Pollock told us no fighting in here, so we don't start trouble. Okay, who's the Clan Maug? Clan Maug? Bunch of weak-spined blokes who live in the North Boil. Orcs and half-orcs mostly. Their boss goes by the name Darian Maug, and he lives in the Bentley, fancy building just north of here. Bloody flaming prince hiding behind his nice little house. I'd like to get my hands on him. And who's Pollock? Pollock? He's our boss. We're all a part of Pollock's gang. Bloody nightmares we are too, eh boys? Pollock's a half-ogre, lives down in the South Boil. There's two bosses here in the Boil, but Pollock's the one to be afraid of. Hey, we got a little bit of information. Torben. Bandit. What do you want? So, if she's a recruiter for the Pollock gang, he's likely a recruiter for the Clan Maug. Let's talk to the bartender, see if we can get a more neutral view of what's going on. Can I help you? Perhaps might I ask you who you are, sir? The man before you is thick, barrel-chested, wearing an apron and what looks to be a permanent skull. He regards you evenly. I'm called Malloy, Caleb Malloy. This is my pub. Nice to meet you, Caleb. Good to meet you too, miss. He looks around and leans a bit closer. Listen, you're new around here. A man can tell just by looking who knows the Boil and who don't. This ain't a nice place to be visiting, especially when you don't know the lay of the land. What do you mean the Boil? The Boil? That's what this here stinking neighborhood is called. Bloody den of thieves, brigands and murderers. A few poor families here and there. Mostly just trying to make a living and stay out of the way of Clan Maug and Pollux gang. Hey, Maug and Pollux, who are they? Pollux a half-ogre who runs the mishmash bunch of hooligans here in the Boil. Not too organized, mind you, but vicious and cruel. And Clan Maug? Darien Maug's clan is mostly orcs and half-orcs. He plays it a little quieter, but you can't trust him any more than a Evangelion Viper. Either way, if you get involved with one, the other gang's going to be after your hide. Man needs to be careful about who he works for in the Boil. Who's the better gang to work for? Well, that's tough to say, lass. If you get involved with one, the other gang's going to be after your hide. Yeah. Why did you eat the same thing? Where can a woman stay in the Boil? Not too many places here are a stranger to lay his head here in the Boil, lass. Might want to try old Mother Tilly's. She's got a shack just to the west of here. Sometimes she'll take in a boarder or two if she trusts him. What about the shops? There ain't much to buy around here. Old Melin Bungerton, the halfling, has a wagon set up somewhere around here. He's usually got something for sale, and most of it is stolen. General questions? Any work to be had around here? Well, you could talk with some of the boys here in the bar. Of course, that would mean you'd have to make a choice which gang you wanted to join up with, Mogs or Pollux, and then you'd have the other gang out to kill you. It gets pretty messy out here. Okay, are there any other alternatives? I've got a job that needs doing. Might be easy or it might get messy. You never know here in the Boil. I'm interested in hearing about it. Well, I get a pretty regular shipment of whiskey every week, except lately one of the gang's been stealing it. Normally I don't get any trouble from them, and neither one is owning up to it cause they know somebody's getting their skull smashed when I found out who it is. What is it you need me for? Well, I need someone to go and pick up the whiskey for me. I'm running real low. You go pick it up and I'll give you 500 gold pieces when you get it back here. What do you think? Okay, sounds good. Man's name is Biggs. He'll be waiting for you in the middle of the Gorillan Bridge at the towers. I'll send a boy over there and tell him to be waiting for you. Watch yourself, lass. The Boil ain't a place to be getting careless. You hear me? Must depart. Sounds like an easy quest. What basically he means to go there, come back. There might be a fight, and that's about it. But if there is, I can easily summon a demon. That should be enough to handle anything. Hey there, you're Caleb's girl, right? He told me to be expecting you, I'm Biggs. Yes, I'm here for the whiskey. Yeah. I've got it right here. My dealer boys keep getting mugged on their way to Malloy's. Hopefully you'll have better luck. Thanks, Biggs. Hey there, Missy. Just what it is you think you're doing? I'm picking up some whiskey for Caleb Malloy. Well, that's a problem now, Missy. You see, this here is my territory and no one brings any whiskey through Malek Neb's territory without asking me first. I think I'm going to have to take that whiskey from you. I don't think so, Mr. Nebs. You better move on. Yeah, there's two tough guys, 2 level 1s. Kill the tough guys first, they're the only things worth we're targeting. Can't really move anywhere, so trying to punch a demon to death. That orc got some massive balls. Dead man balls though, so extremely stupid thing to do, but goddamn. Arf. Yeah. Don't talk to that dog. He doesn't dog back. What do we actually have? Yes, we have some little slow motion running, and we should be set. Nothing that difficult. Yeah, maybe we should get rid of the Sunday's best dress. Yeah, I've picked up your whiskey kelp, here it is. You have? That's grand, lass. Thank you so much for the help. Here's your money. Well, you're welcome in Maloys anytime. Quick and easy money. Quick and easy job. Well, quick and easy now, but at the start of the game it would have been extremely dangerous. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, this is probably one of the gang's buildings. And same here. So we'll take a quick look at the buildings, the other buildings, to see if there's anyone of interest. I think I still like to be closer to level 20 before going to that foreign mines, just so I could have the trap spotting spell. Mr. Gates was pretty explicit about the fact that it was a death trap full of traps and monsters and people trying to assassinate the people who try to find out anything. So what's that? Level 30 orc. Yep. Level guard. So what are you guarding? That is something they don't want us to know. Only a couple of buildings here. What could an elf possibly want with me? Right? There was nothing of interest there. There should be a Miss Tilly somewhere. Yeah. I don't think I want to go there. At least not yet. Seems like asking for trouble. New flesh here. No matter which side you go to, you'll have to fight. Ooh, crap. Yeah, this might be a death sentence for us. I need to pull some distance. I can't use a... No, I'm not unconscious. More importantly, we lost the capsule load. We returned the... yeah. The problem was we lost consciousness, so we lost the demon. So that means the ogres, half ogres would have slaughtered everyone. I just saved some time by loading it immediately. We have don't really have that much points. Yeah. Shit. I need to... I can't get hit so badly. Can't afford to upkeep these things if I get hit. Fresh meat. Run away. You can't get hit. Getting hit by an ogre drops your fatigue too much. Yep, focus on him. I'm gonna run away. Yeah, I'll try to kill the demon. It's gonna work. Yeah, that dog is amazingly good. Insect swarm. Bake of insects. It's a good debuff. It'll reduce the number of attacks taken to each turn. And it means I don't have to sit here doing nothing. Okay. But just fine. Large leather armor. Who's the third guy? Normal leather armor. Broadsword. And that's all there was. Let's see what's here. This is a very dangerous place. Definitely don't want to go here when you start the game. Thief. I suggest you leave, Sharp Ear. How rude. A couple of buildings that are of potential interest. I'm not quite sure what I was supposed to do here. I'm not inclined to align with any local gangs. I can't see a thing. Yep, can't see a thing. I'm inclined to raise willpower to 18. After that we can take any spells we want. And we don't have to spend any points in willpower ever again. We're free to get spells and free to raise other stats. Only 2 points and we could get the bonus of having 20 willpower. But frankly, I think it's something like you always resist some spells. I'm not sure it's worth it. Well, yeah. I'm gonna dump everything on the first guy who is willing to buy our crap. We will be trying the magic shops first though. Magic armor shops, because they should have a good price. This sort of inventory management bothers me in games. There are two kinds, or three kinds, basically games that make it, that dump reality altogether and make sort of a system where you don't have to worry about the inventory at all. I can accept that, but I don't really like that. I do appreciate this, that you have a certain number of spaces and a even weight. That's not a problem for me. Although I think the weight is sort of not that important. But the thing I dislike is that I'm not spending my time even managing the inventory. I'm spending my time trying to run from one place to another so I can manage the inventory. So it's not even inventory management Tetris or inventory management, any inventory management crap. It's running from place to place so we can manage the inventory, and that's where I think this game does it wrong. Simply wrong. This is not how you should be doing it. Better would be that if, as an example, that the shops you need, even if there are multiples, they're close to each other and easy. It'll take a second or two to access the next store, and you can easily do that. And the inventory management part is just trying to get everything to fit and making choices what to take with you and what to sell. That's complicated enough, good enough. If you want to add weight to it, that's fine. It's just another way of saying you have to make choices what to carry. But this is just bad. Pointless waste of time, bad. What amulet do I have? Silent. Gnomish chainmail. It's a chainmail without the electric resistance negative that they normally have. So it's a pretty crappy magical armor. Dread armor, on the other hand, would be quite nice. But well, the good thing about it really is that it weighs 100 stone. Our current armor weighs what? 50. So the armor class is insanely much better. Damage resistance is probably weaker, yeah. Yeah, that's a problem. Because it's not the armor class that will usually be useful, it's the damage resistance. But the difference between this and the jacket we have now is significant enough that it would make a real difference though. So, if there's not a good armor in the armor store, I'll buy a dread armor. Yeah, I'm not gonna sell that yet. 500 coins is a lot of coin, but it's not that impressive at this point. We're closer to 20,000, so what's 500 to us? That's nothing. Minute plate mail regeneration. Yeah, wait, 800. I'm not interested. 3 shields. Basically to shadow shield, which is crap, or shield of force. Armor class 30, electric damage to attacker 80 stuff. That would be nice. Yeah, and I think we'll take it. Yeah. That's quite a difference. So we now have a good shield. We have a bad armor, bad boots, and bad gloves. Okay, let's look at the boots situation. Enchanted war boots. These aren't that great. They're better, but they're not that much better, and they have the noise penalty. I'm not that interested in them. But gloves, they are technology gloves. No interest in those. Them of light. Elven chainmail. That might be a good one. Dragon skin leather. Oh, has a higher armor class, but this has a higher damage resistance. And it doesn't. Well, the noise penalty is larger too. Do like the fire resistance of 65. That's a significant fire resistance value. The armor class isn't very good on these armors, that's the problem. Elven chainmail, it has a little bit better. Damage resistance 3 less. No fire resistance, but electric resistance of 10. Fire resistance of 65. I'm not sure what should matter with us, because we're not a frontline fighter. We don't have to use the same consideration as a frontline fighter would have to use. If we get a good melee fighter, a shield of force, for example, that's much better for a frontline fighter. Crap. I'm not sure what to take. I don't like the noise penalty, I really don't. But that's +5 to armor class, just with boots. That's not a small thing, especially we boosted it up with other armor, we get a decent armor class. Magic resistance. If we buy the amulet, we'll get a good tick resistance. I think we'll pimp ourselves up at this point. What good is money if you don't spend it? Our weapon is pretty crap, but we'll have to do for now. Armor is the real sticking point at this point. We have 3 choices: the dread armor or Elven chainmail or dragon skin leather. Really, just which one do we want? If we value armor class the most, it's the dread armor, but it has no damage resistance, so if that's our thing, it has to be one of these, and that means choosing between fire resistance or electric resistance. And the electric resistance is only 10, while the fire resistance is 65. We'll take the dragon skin leather for now. I do not want that. I wanted it. We have 86 armor class. That's total defense. Our armor class is 70. But we have 75% fire resistance, 50% poison, damage resistance 40%. Magic resistance only 10, but I think we'll also buy the amulet, because this prowling thing, we don't really have any use for that. Okay, what do you need? What do you have? You have nothing, you're terrible. Take a shield. You need some kind of armor, small boots. So, small armor. It could be a technology armor. Yeah, dread armor. Damage resistance is 5. The armor class would have been 50. Nothing of really interest. This looks not quite the same. Looks like a black leather thing. Looks just fine. Do you have a small armor? No. Do you have the Norin amulet? Yeah. Magic resistance 48%, fire 75, damage 41. So electrical is our one weakness at this point. And I don't recall seeing a single electrical attack used by anyone at this point. Gloves are terrible gloves. Also, we used quite a bit of money at this point. We want to visit the smith. We need some kind of armor for Bollinger. Small old chainmail. Four gauntlets. These are very impressive. Small old chainmail. It's an okay armor. 1500. Want to spend that much money on that creep? I guess I do. I really don't have much use for this gold if I don't spend it. Encumbrance light. When we find better items, we'll give it to him. I'll take the fancy pistol away too. And the top hat. He can carry the ammunition now that he doesn't have a weapon. 111. See, 116 is nothing. Especially if you use some kind of a rapid fire weapon. That's a few seconds of you firing and then you're out. Maybe a minute. I don't want to buy him a gun. It's not that it would be a bad investment, it's more of a... I don't want to use that kind of money on him. I'm not at all certain he'll stay with us very long. He seems very untrustworthy, and we don't know anything about him. I would be much less worried about him if he had some kind of a selfish goal or something that I could... But he has nothing. He basically have said nothing and just came with us. Hey, the spotter. Fancy pistol. I'll take it. Take it all. So how much money do we have? About 8,000 gold. That's good enough. It's not an amazing amount of gold, but we'll survive with that. Let's take a look at this. We're doing fine. Well, now that we're here again, we could do the... These underworld mission. We could use the money. And we could use the experience. We could use everything. And we could also visit Madame Lil's. If she has work for us. Some other work than being a prostitute. Welcome to Madame Lil's. Expert persuasion. Are you the madam? That I am. A pleasure. Will you tell me about your place? Certainly. This is the finest brothel in all of Tehran. Its appointments are refined, the atmosphere is relaxed, and I have gathered together the most exquisite women available for the use of our patrons. Oh, that explains the lack of clothing. How much for a girl? Can I get 2? My tastes are a little unusual. Have you anything else? Yeah, I'm looking for work. I'm guessing that's the sheep option. Okay, I'm looking for work. She looks you up and down, calculating your worth. I have a particular client. His taste is unusual. You might be just the thing to satisfy it. The pay is generous, 300 gold. You'll be interested in serving him. I didn't mean that kind of work. Oh, my apologies. This such a waste. Well, I do have a few things that need doing. I do take it you desire more menial tasks? Yep. I guess he was over-servicing Mr. Moreland at his house last week. She left a beautiful ruby necklace behind. If you could retrieve it, I will let you choose between 100 coin board, or I could make sure one of the girls took real good care of you. There is one hitch though. What? Mrs. Moreland cannot know that you are retrieving it. She would be very upset if she knew her husband had been entertained by a member of our establishment. Their house is on Devonshire between Vermilion and Kensington. Are you interested? Sure. free access to one of the girls or school. Considering I don't think there's any. Yeah, I'm not sure I swing that way anyway. I didn't give that much thought. Usually it's player made modules that have such options. I mean, where sexuality is at all important. These days there are especially BioWare games have some kind of romances chances with everyone, but when this game came out, it's very rare to have the company itself include any kind of realistic or proper option. At best you get some crappy tragic love story it's incredibly unsatisfying, or it ends when you get the girl or get a kiss, some crap like that. So practically the entire affair relationship part is ignored. Yeah, we need to talk to the Appleby. We got the job already. I think he lived, yeah, there. One exception that I can think of on older games is probably Baldur's Gate. Not the first one, it didn't have that much NPC interactions to begin with. It was more of an old school role-playing game, but the second one I mean the second one plus Throne of Baal expansion, because I recall getting one of the NPCs pregnant in that game. And by the end of the expansion she was about to give birth to our child. So I do appreciate that it wasn't a relationship that ended when a normal relationship is about to start. So it kept going and things actually happened during it. Even though it's not that excitingly presented if you consider how games do it these days. It's more about dialogue options between character and some beautiful music in the background. Nothing is really animated or displayed. No video, nothing like that. Just dialogue between characters. Okay, he refuses to talk to me. We'll have to ask about other jumps. Is it locked in the quest book? No. That's fine with me. Let's see the Thieves Underground job. Okay, they refuse to give jobs until I hone my skills. I think they'll attack me if I go too close. Yeah. Hey, what? You think you can just walk right through our section of town without paying the piper? Cough off 25 coins, you pointy-eared dodger. Yeah, I think I'm gonna kill every orc I get the chance to kill in this game. I prefer to watch your life bleed from your ugly corpse. Level 15. We'll Plague of Insect him. Order everyone to attack him, and he moves so much. Let's retreat a little bit. Oh crap. It's 3 on 3. Luckily the dog will eat them alive. Eat alive. Can we cast it 2 times? No. We'll have to heal the dog. No, that's not healing. Yeah, the dog is a much better combat than the mule. But we do need the proper mule to do some carrying items. The dog can't do that, and it doesn't have that much life. It doesn't have that little either. So it's a very good unit. Okay, where the hell was the 46 Devonshire? Not that one. I can see what's happening here. Greetings, Laura. Can you help me with something? Okay. I've come from Madame Lil's. Ah, so that's where the fine bubble came from. Ah, good. You found the necklace. Oh yeah, I found it right after that Cassie whore left. Good thing too, Mrs. Morland came home and took it upon herself to inspect my cleaning. And an hour after she'd gone, she would have found it for sure. I'm sure Madame Lil will be glad you got to it first. Where is it? All down there, missy. I hid it from Mrs. Morland. I kept quiet about it. I kept it safe all this time. What are you gonna give me as my reward? Yes, I can see how you deserve something for your trouble. Yeah, I worked so hard, slaving away day long, keeping everything nice and tidy for the Morlands. I think they appreciate me. No, not a bit. Always calling me lazy and worthless, good for nothing rich folks. If I wasn't so desperate for the money, I'd leave in an instant. Hmm. You poor girl, you could do so much better for yourself. What do you mean? You're a pretty thing, you should use that to your advantage. What are you talking about? Well, have you ever seen the girls from Madame Lil's? Madame Lil's, those girls must be the richest folk in the world, always dressed in the finest silk, most beautiful gowns. It's not like their work is difficult. They must lead such wonderful lives, yeah. Are we seriously talking her into coming up? Oh well, it probably compared to what she does might not. It's not exactly bad. It's a reputable house. They seem to take great care of their personnel, and you entertain some of the richest people in this city. Hmm. With your looks, you could be one of them. You really think so? Oh yes, here. Give me the necklace, then go talk to her. Are you sure of those girls? They're beautiful and refined. How am I gonna get refined? A little practice and you'll be a shining debutante. Now go see her. Okay, I'll clean myself up a bit, then I'll go see her. You know, you might be the best thing that ever happened to me. Here, take the necklace. Yeah, it's always all in a day's work for heroes. Although considering what being a worker in the industrial age could have been the life. It probably isn't exactly a bad choice. I have Cassie's necklace. Ah, very good. Now, do you like your... Would you prefer a girl or the 100 gold? Yeah, I'll take the coin. Here you are. Thank you, madam. Okay, a little bit, a little job. We are very close to getting a level up. I think we're done here. Again. And I think I'll stop when we reach the world map. For the next time, we'll probably head to the Dragon Cave and then visit Ashbury. Although I'm a little bit inclined to visit here too. There was supposed to be some woman here, but I didn't see any. So I'm sort of interested in what happened to her. There's that guy. But there doesn't seem to be anything else of interest. At least I don't spot anyone. I don't want to pick sides here, not yet. I'm gonna pick sides. I probably try to get rid of both of them. What's that blue light? Not our business. Let's just proceed to some proper adventure. And I'll save here.